Good morning and bonjour and namaste from India. So I'm Meera Tendolkar. My name is Meera Tendolkar, Director of Content and Training Development in Pratham International. I'm based in India and I want to talk little bit about my organization. The name of the organization is Pratham Education Foundation, established in 1995. And I'm working with the organization from the beginning. The organization's objective is to work with children to improve their learning. From the preschool, Pratham is working for the youth also to give them skilling. Okay? Today I am going to talk about teachers and parents alliances, how to improve children's learning level. So in my presentation, I'm going to talk about, I will give some background of what is Pratham is doing, then what is the journey of Pratham in various programs, what we learn about the teachers and parents approach, and in Africa. So from 2016, Pratham also has started working in various African countries, in Latin America and South Asia. The main program is we call it teaching at the right level to improve children's learning level on the primary level. Okay? So Pratham's mission statement is every child is in school and learning well. So when we say that every child in school, that should be every child is in school, right? No one should be out of school. India got independence in 1947. And after that, I think more than 30 years, only 60% children were going in the school, enroll in the school. Uh, Right to Education Act passed in India, and government has taken a rigorous effort to enroll children in the school, and they succeed. 97% children were going in school. That is a big, huge success, right? Government also started a program called midday meal to retain children in the school, to improve the attendance of the children. That also got a success. But what about learning? Children are going in school, but whether they are learning, that was a big question. And then we realized when we were working in the community that it is not necessary that learning should happen only in school. That can be possible to happen in the community, with parents, with the youth. I will immediately go to the COVID. So COVID actually helped us and given a lesson that if we encourage parents and parents understand the seriousness, they can also make wonder. Before COVID, in 2005, we have started doing national survey in India, which we call Annual Status of Education Report, ASAR, to check the status of children. Because government was taking efforts to enroll children, government started charging cess on education, 2% cess on education from every citizen of India. So this is our right, to see how much learning is happening. So we started national assessment countrywide, but not in school. We started in community. We started this assessment in front of parents to give them understanding by showing that their children are going in school for 3 to 4 years, but they are not able to read a simple text. They are not able to do a simple operation. And the parents who are illiterate or semi-literate, but even they understand it. So that is one kind of a awareness we started inculcating among parents through the assessment. Now you go for this. I like this proverb of African proverb. It takes a village to raise child. That spirit we actually have in our organization, and we started working in the community from the beginning. As I said in my introduction, Pratham has a various program from preschool to youth. For every program, we approaches community, especially the parents. What kind of a support and what kind of a learning we can create among themselves to say that how can we strengthen children's learning. Balwadi program. Balwadi means early year program, kindergarten. Pratham has an experience of working for preschool of 20 years. When we started in the city of Mumbai, so in the local government, there were no preschool in the school. Government has not given any kind of a facility to open preschool in the local government. So Pratham has taken initiative to start preschool. And that was the importance. But how will we do that? We should need a support of community and especially parents' support. So we started mobilizing community by telling that what is the importance of preschool, why children need to go in preschool to make sure that they will have an experience of reading readiness. They should have to develop their physical, cognitive development should happen among those children. And that is why in Mumbai at that time, 25 years we are working there, around 3,000 preschools we have started in the community with the support of parents. How we did? We asked them to give a space. We asked them, can you pay a little amount to the teacher? And that teacher is also from community. A young girl, we have given them some material, some training, and we asked them, just start preschool where children can enjoy together. Children will get some kind of a experience of sitting together. So that was the first experience we had working with parents. And what we realized that if you go there, if you create need, parents understand and they support you. Mumbai has a large number of slums. So these are the unauthorized slums. And what we experienced when government comes and they demolish slums, people again build their huts. And at that time, they decided to again build one preschool center for the children. Even that was unauthorized. Why? Because they understood the importance. But other than this, creating that, in the community, there are religious centers like masjid, Buddha center, or temple. These are the people who are coming forward to help us, to provide place where we can run preschool. Kamal is the program we called it flagship program of Pratham. It is an abbreviation of combined activities for maximized learning. The children who are going in school but not learning, not able to read and do simple mathematics, our goal to make them learner to get benefit of further education. The program Kamal, we have experimented, piloted in the community with the help of youth volunteers by conducting learning camps. Globally, this program is named as Teaching at the Right Level. And what we realize that if you go to the community, you go to the people in the community and tell them why it is needed, they help you. When we started mobilizing volunteers in the community, people were saying why we should do. We know the importance of education. That is why we are sending our children in school. And this is teachers' role to teach them, not our role. We are not educated. And we are daily wages, we go to the for work, we don't have time. When we started mobilizing volunteers, there was also one of the questions, why should we help? We are youth, we are going in college, we have work, why should we help the children in the community? So we started telling some stories. Have you heard the name Mahatma Gandhi, the freedom fighter? So he did one thing in India. At that time, Britishers had was charging tax on salt. And salt is a necessary of everyday life, and they were charging huge tax. So what he did, he started walking. He was a non-violence person, so he said, I'm not going to fight with you, but I will make sure that I will walk, people will follow me. Then he started walking for 137 kilometers from his ashram, his hut, to Dandi, where the factories of salt were there. Many people were following him. Then he went there. Without making any violence, he picked up the salt and said, from today, nobody is going to pay tax to the government. And many people from across India, because that news spread everywhere that Gandhiji is doing marching, everybody has started walking. And the history changed. Government has to stop taking tax. That was the history. When we tell this story in the villages, we tell them that you don't have to walk 137 kilometers or you don't have to pick up the salt. Just go to your village, pick up one book and read for the children. And many people will follow you. This is how we have mobilized millions of volunteers in India, across India, to work with children. So we think that, is it necessary that only parents have a right to work with children? Community also, because they are the part of that community and that is their responsibility. Now, when we were working with the community, it was kind of a thing that we decided that now we have to come with some kind of a program where we can involve everybody. So we were working in the community, we were working in the school also. How can we make sure that both teachers and community parents will come together for the betterment of children? So we have started program called Hamara Gaon. The meaning of Hamara Gaon is our village. So in the next slide, I will show you one video about the Hamara Gaon.
6-year-old Mira has just started going to school and she needs support with learning. How do we support Mira at home, in school, and within the community to embark on her learning journey? Let's go back a little and look at what data says about learning in children. As per the Annual Status of Education Report of 2022, 98% of children between 6 and 14 years in India are enrolled in school. But their learning levels are worryingly low. For example, more than 50% of children in grade 5 can't read grade 2 level texts or solve simple math problems. While the problem of every child in school has been largely solved, the goal of every child learning well is still far from being achieved. To address this learning crisis, براتام started the multi-year Hamara Gaon, Our Village intervention in 2018. So, what is Hamara Gaon? It's a cluster of 25 communities where a team of 5 to 6 براتام staff work directly with children and families, schools and communities over a period of 3 to 5 years improve the learning outcome in a village. Let's break it down and understand how Hamara Gaon works. For children in grades 1 and 2, the focus is on building strong foundational skills and getting them ready for school. Pratham staff support teachers and encourage them to participate in classroom activities to help children acquire basic reading and arithmetic skills. Mothers of 3 to 8-year-old children meet regularly in groups in the community and are encouraged to support children in the learning process. School readiness melas are held to assess school entering children. Mothers, preschool instructors, grade 1 teachers and caregivers participate in such community fairs. Children in grades 3 to 5 are helped with acquiring and sustaining foundational skills of reading and math. Regular learning camps are held in schools and communities for language and math. Local youth in the village are mobilized periodically as volunteers who support the program in both community and school levels. Children's clubs are formed for children in grades 4 to 6 and grades 6 to 8 so that they develop a habit of self and peer learning. This is done through volunteers who engage in daily activities. These communities serve as live laboratories where families, mothers and youth engage with children to support their learning. The young volunteers and mothers are key pillars of our social structure that we envision to create and strengthen over a period of 3 to 5 years. This is to show that substantial and durable change in children's learning journeys can happen. Pratham's Hamara Gaon is being run in 17 states and union territories, supporting over 3.86 lakh children each year in as many as 5,000 communities, engaging 13,000 volunteers and 1.55 lakh mothers. Hamara Gaon aims to create a thriving learning environment for children with the support of the local community. Together, we can build a brighter future for children, one village at a time.
This is a Hamara Gaon program. We started in 2015, and COVID started in 21. Our promise, our intention was to continue this program in the community, but because of the pandemic and lockdown, we couldn't go to school. We couldn't go to the community. But at that time, we got a wonderful support from the volunteers. They were the key messengers to provide input to the parents. And at that time, we got a strong support from parents. We were sending some messages on their phone. Most of the parents have mobile, but they don't have smartphone. They have a simple phone. So how can we send WhatsApp or videos? That was not possible. So we decided to create a simple text which we can send on a SMS about the math, about the reading, about some activities. So people can do that and parents can do with their children at home because nobody was going in school. Also, we conducted a program called radio program. We have taken the support from the government to broadcast various programs from the radio. But nowadays, nobody has radios. Nobody keeps radios. So what we did, in the community, again, religious centers help a lot. You know, on the masjid, there are the speaker. In the temples also, there have a speaker. We requested them, can you use that to broadcast radio programs so children can come together and listen, or at least from the home. And they help a lot. You know, and one of the state of India, the government has taken initiative to start and continue this radio program for next 2 years for the parents, and that was the overwhelming response we got from the parent. Now about the mothers group, we are also working with the children who are in grade 1 and 2, where we are engaging majority of mothers. These are the children who are going in school. Can mother help them? So we have started providing them simple texts or activities where at least one mother should have smartphone. So we can send some kind of activities, very simple activities where they can use the material which is available at home. And one mother was taking care of as a group leader and helping others mothers to teach children of grade 1 and 2. So this is the strategy we use post COVID. COVID. One thing we learned that if we go with some good intention, parents definitely help us a lot. And what we learn from this, only sending children will not solve the problem of learning. Parents should also pay attention. Everybody has to pay attention whether the child is learning or not. And what is the learning, that also need to be defined. Only teachers are not responsible for solving the problem of learning. Everybody should be involved in that. From the government system, society. So we always called our organization is like a tri-partnership program. Not only government will solve, society should also get involved in that, and the local NGOs. Parents must aware about the learning problem faced by children. So when I was talking about ASER, so in ASER, we always thought that whatever assessment we will do in front of parents, which is a very simple assessment, where whether the child is able to read word or letter, or can it be able to recognize number, and parents can see that. So they can understand what are the problem. It should be necessary to do that. Regular communication and coordination is needed between parent and teacher. I know that in the school, teacher always called monthly parent meeting. What happened in that meeting? Teacher just give instructions. Send your child regularly in the school. Send them neat and tidy. Your child is doing this. Your child is doing that. And what parents think about, okay, I know what are the instructions you are going to do. I will listen from you and just remove from here. That kind of a meeting we are not expecting. That coordination should be there, that parents also feel that, oh, I am also responsible, and teacher can also have a positive coordination and communication with them. Parents can be anyone. Don't need to have a mother or father only. Maybe the elder siblings, community caregivers, or enthusiastic youth in the community. As I said, we have mobilized lots of youth, and they were actually helping us a lot. So this is what we are already saying, that we should not stick with only with the parents. So strong bonding between teachers and parents can make wonder. This is what we learned when we started Hamara Gaon program, when we started Balwadi program, that is a preschool program in the community. In the Africa also, we have started some kind of a pilot in the community. Through the Learning Lab program, which we call Teaching at the Right Level. First we did in Kenya, and what we realized that initially there was a big oppose. They said no, in the community our children will not come together. It's not safe. The security is a problem. They do some black magic. We don't want to send our children. We said, we are giving some simple activities. Let them sit together and do it. Not every day, but can you ask them to sit on Saturday? Can you give some kind of support to see only, okay, what are the children are doing? And this is, we have started in Kenya, and we got a good response there. Now parents are saying, oh, that means we don't have to do anything. Children themselves are learning together. Only thing is that I have to provide space, and I have to look into that whether they are not fighting with each other, whether they are safe in there. So neighborhood program we have started. By taking this example, in Côte d'Ivoire, the school management committee, which is called COGES, they have taken initiative. And they said, this is very good program. We can send messages to parents through COGES. How can you help children? We have conducted their workshop, and we have demonstrated many activities by involving parents. And they were, oh, this is something we can do. We can teach simple numbers at home. We can teach them some letters. That is possible to do, which is not a rocket science. So that is how parents have started engaging. Yesterday, I have visited one of the school in Rabat. Then I asked the head teacher that, do you have any communication with the parents about the program, the TAL program, what we are implementing here? They said that we not only conduct meeting, we also disseminate data to the parents, which is very simple to show them where are their children. And last year what they did, they have shown them pre-test data. Also they have conducted training meeting to show them end-line data, to show them how much improvement happened among children. And that was the positive response they got from parents by sending their children regularly in the school. They are saying now children are not remaining absent from the school because of the parent support, because parents are understanding, oh, something good is happening in the school, and I can also go and ask teachers. So I think we have to believe in parents. We have to believe in there are the support from the positively from the teachers and parents. Then that is very, very important to understand, and that also help us to make learning more. These are some pictures from, this is from Côte d'Ivoire, where the coaches are conducting workshop for the parents. And here, children in the community are sitting together. You can see some of the sticks from the village. We are not providing any material because they don't have budget, but they are themselves are collecting some sticks for the counting and doing addition and subtraction, some math activity. Okay? Thank you so much. I will stop here. And if you have any question, please do ask.
Thank you first of the subject that you have introduced. And I would ask you about the learning in Morocco. How do you see it? Thank you.
In Morocco, I'm going to do a speech in the evening about the TAL in Morocco, but I will answer the question. 2 years back, Ministry of Education has taken an initiative to improve children's learning level on the primary of grade up to grade 6. Okay? And from Pratham, we have conducted training for 52 inspector of 12 region. And there is a core team who is rigorously working on it. Now, started from 10,000 school, 10,000 children, now the more than million children are covered by government to improve the learning levels. I have data in my other presentation. What we saw that we are working for French, Arabic and math improvement. And baseline data, in the baseline data, the French data was not good. Children were finding very difficult to read and recognize letters, word in French. But after the intervention, we saw that 37% almost jump, those children can able to read a French word. The children, 25 to 30% children were only able to solve subtraction problem. That also increased to 70%. And that was the overwhelming response got from everyone. From teachers, I must appreciate teachers. They have taken this program very positively, and they are involving children and the parents also in the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
السلام عليكم. سأتحدث باللغة العربية. تحدثت في الأول على أن ربما هناك عدة مشاريع تعليمية أو تربوية اللي نابعة من واقع ومن وضعية خاصة تتسم بها الهند في ظل ربما الهشاشة في بعض المناطق، فوارق الطبقية إلى غير ذلك، التنوع الديني والعرقي إلى غير ذلك من الأشياء. واش ممكن اننا نتحدثوا على هذه المشاريع اللي هضرتي عليها في اطار الاستجابه لبعض الخصوصيات، وان هناك سياسه تربويه ربما تتحكم فيها الدوله واللي هي مخالفه لهذه المشاريع. علاش جبت هذا السؤال هذا؟ لانه في المغرب ربما نعتمد الان مبادره ديال طارل على اساس ان غادي يتم التعميم ديالها وغادي تولي تجاوب على جميع الحالات، في حين انها في الهند كانت استجابه لوضعيات خاصه. كيفاش، السؤال الثاني، كيفاش كيتم التدبير ديال الخلافات في حاله تعارض ديال مشاريع خاصه تستجيب لوضعيات خاصه مع السياسه الحكوميه ربما اللي كتجاوب على الوضع العام واللي هي السياسه الرسميه التعليميه بالبلاد. شكرا.
Thank you so much. I will try to answer your question. India is a diverse country. So we have 30 states, and almost each state has their own language. It's a state language, and it's an official language. Each language has their own script. Okay? Apart from these are the 14 official languages, including English and Urdu, which is a form of Arabic. Okay? And all languages has a different script. In India, child has a privilege to do his graduation, even post-graduation, in their own language. There is no compulsion of having English only. But there is a demand. Because of the job, the international pressure, people are thinking that my child should also learn English. Our focus is mainly on children should first learn their own language. If child is confident in their mother tongue, they can learn any other language. Pratham has, yeah.
أول شيء يجب يعني الإشارة إليه هو أنه أول يعني وساطة اللي مهمة في التعلم هي اللغة. ففي التجربة الهندية أنهم كيهتموا بالجانب اللغوي على اعتبار أن الآباء ولا حتى يعني هيئة التدريس يريدون استخدام لغة تمكنهم من توصيل الحمولة البيداغوجية والفكرية ل يعني الأطفال حديثي العهد في التعلم. بالنسبة للتجربة الهندية وهنا غادي تبدا يعني التصور ديالها كيف كيشتغلوا في التجربة الهندية على هذه الأساليب التعلمية عن طريق الوسائط سواء اللغوية أو أخرى.
So when we started in India, there was a pressure that you must start something to teach them English. But first we decided that children should first learn their own language. When I'm talking about the ASER data is actually showing the child who is doing assessment, attending that assessment in local language, that is also not possible for that child to read. Why should I teach them English? English is there from grade 1. But teachers are also facing problem in themselves in teaching English. How can teacher teach them English? So there are problems. Government is trying to finding some solution, and because this is a huge country, millions of schools and children, Pratham like organization can't solve this. This is the take government should take. Of course, we are there. The citizens are there to help them. Okay, so it's a diverse country. As you said, there are, I think, the different languages are there. But again, it is what is the importance, how can we do that, it's depend on this. We are doing Arabic and French program in the country, and I saw that teachers are also trying their best. Some of the teachers who are really struggling in speaking French, but they have to do this, both the things, you know. I think government will definitely come up with some good solution for that. Thank you.
في التجربة الهندية يعني عرفت بعض المشاكل أهمها الوسيطة اللغوية على اعتبار أن في الهند هناك تنوع لغوي يعني محلي، فاللغة يعني اللي يمكن تجمع بين هذه المكونات ديال المجتمع الهندي هي الإنجليزية. فالسؤال كان كيتطرح علاش الإنجليزية وماشي اللغة المحلية. الجواب هو أن الآباء كيحبدوا ان الاطفال ديالهم يتعلموا باللغه الام او ما يسمى بالفيرناكولير. ف هذا المشكل تطرح كيف حاولوا يتجاوزوا. هو بداو كيعلموا الاطفال ديالهم منذ يعني نعومه الاظافر باللغه الانجليزيه، باش ملي يكبروا تكون اللغه الانجليزيه هي اللغه المعتمده على المستوى الوطني. بالمقارنه بالمغرب والتجربه المغربيه على انه ساهمت في برنامج اللي حاول من خلاله يعني تطوير اللغه العربيه واللغه الفرنسيه كوسائط لغويه لتمرير يعني المضمون الثقافي والحموله الفكريه او المضامين التعليميه. فهي كاين مشاكل سواء لا على مستوى الهند ولا على مستوى المغرب اللي هما كيشتغلوا عليها في اطار البرنامج اللي كتجي من اجله المملكه المغربيه باش انها تساهم وتساعد يعني تجاوز بعض الاشكالات اللي كتطرح في المنظومه التربويه المغربيه انطلاقا من التراكم ديال التجربه الهنديه.
I will try to speak English. Excuse me of my bad English, but I will.
My English is also not good.
Yes. Firstly, thank you for your interesting communication. Some key words in your communication are parents, young mothers, children, learning, school, community. I think that all parents help their children in learning at home. If do you think that just to talk to the parents to help children will help more all children? I think that there are some other factors that is very interesting to incite families and young mothers to more helping our their children. I think that factors number one, how the families think of the value of the school is the fact to send our children to learning at school is have a level value, or it's better to send them to work or do other things. If the families thinks that the school is upstairs to in society, is the family is poor or a rich family, the number of children in the family, the level of instruction of parents, these factors, I think that's very important, more important to incite parents to help their children to learn more. Thank you.
I will try to answer your question. Okay.
I need to translate what he said. شكرا جزيلا على مساهمتكم معنا. فمن خلال العرض الذي قدمتموه أكدتم على مجموعة من الكلمات المفتاح أو الكلمات المفتاحية فيما يتعلق يعني بالمجموعات، بالمستوى مجموعة التعلم، القرية، الآباء، الأسرة، ودور كذلك المدرسة في العملية التعلمية. وهو بالنسبة إليه كاين مجموعة ديال العوامل اللي كتدخل كذلك، فالمستوى الثقافي ديال الآباء، يعني المحيط اللي كيشتغلوا فيه، بالإضافة إلى البرامج المعتمدة على مستوى المناهج التدريسية. فهو كيسأل السيدة ما هي العوامل المختلفة اللي يمكن تكاتف باش يوصلوا بالعملية التعلمية إلى مستوى أعلى، خصوصا ياخذنا في عين الاعتبار المستوى الاجتماعي للآباء. كاين أغنياء وكاين فقراء، كاين متعلمين وكاين غير متعلمين، كيف يمكن الإجابة على مختلف العوامل اللي كتدخل في تحديد يعني جودة التعليم. كنتمنى نكون صادق في الترجمة.
So I will repeat something. What first point is about how we mobilize and keep consistency, whether the parents agree on helping us. The second point is about the the sending, either sending in school or working for working. That is the second one. And third is about what
The social level of the parents.
social
rich
level of the
and poor
parents.
people.
Okay. So we are working in India. Pratham is working in rural part of India, not in city, where majority of parents are, I will say, semi-literate at this stage. Either they have, and the parents of, we have a different religion and caste. Do you know the caste system? There are the people who are the tribes. There are scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, we call them, because they have some reservations. These are the people, many of them are illiterate. Maybe the children are their first generation who are going in school sometime. And there are parents who are migrate every year from one state to another state for livelihood. In the season, so in India, monsoons start in June, July. After that, they get migrate. And they take our children with them. So what will happen? Children will lose their school. So in this situation, now I will come for the first point. We never got immediate positive response in our first go in the community. They will not listen to you. You should have a patience to go again and again. Because parents and community know somebody comes here and do promises, give promises like elected members, and they say that give me vote, I will give you this and that, and they go back and they don't come again. If you show a consistency that this is the thing we want to work with you, they help us. I will give you an example. Many communities, parents, mother, father go for daily wages. And once they come back, where father go, they go in bar to drink alcohol. And mother start working at home. Our people were very struggling to finding parents because we asked them to conduct meeting in the community, but nobody was actually finding. Sometimes they were going in the bar to meet parents and conducting meetings in the evening when all will come home. This is some kind of a consistency is very important. About the education, yeah, sorry.
أول شيء يعني تريد يعني في الإجابة تأكيد عليه هو أنه كاين هناك واحد يعني الفصل اجتماعي غير مرئي في المجتمع الهندي، وخصوصا فيما يتعلق بالمستوى التعليمي والمستوى الفكري للآباء. فتعطيكم وضعية معينة، هي أن بعض الآباء كيجيو من مناطق أخرى، من قبائل أخرى، والتأثير القبلي يعني في الهند مهم. ملي كيجيو كيستقروا في منطقة أخرى كيكون يعني فرق في اللغة المستعملة أو في التقاليد أو في المنظومة التربوية اللي على الأطفال والآباء يعني يتأقلموا معها. فهي أعطت جوج الأمثلة. المثال الأول هو الآباء اللي كيكونوا هما براسهم مهاجرين وكيجيو من منطقة أخرى، وهذا كيأثر. وهناك بعض الآباء اللي بالعادات الاجتماعية ديالهم مثلا أن الفصل بين دور المرأة ودور الرجل، المرأة كتهتم بالأطفال، الرجال كيمشيو للحانات باش يستهلكوا الخمور. فبالتالي هذاك الطفل ما تيلقاش مواكبة ومتابعة اللي كتمكن أنه يمشي في التحصيل الدراسي ديالو إلى أبعد نقطة ممكنة.
And when you're talking about the migration, now government has taken also drastic steps for building residential school for tribal children. So children can stay in that school. They will not migrate with their parents. They will not go anywhere with the parents. This is what is the thing. Another is about the social status. As I said, they are not very educated. But the things what we are expecting them, which is not rocket science. We are not expecting something that they will do wonder. Can they be able to provide some space? Can they be able to sit with the children for some time? Even we ask them, tell them stories. Parents say, where should I tell stories? I don't know what is the story. we say, tell the story of your wedding, of your childhood. That is also fine. Something that you can encourage children to communicate, to listen carefully. If you start something talking different with child, child will look at you, child listen you carefully. I think that need kind of a very micro level planning for that. Okay?
بالنسبه للعامل ديال الهجره في الوسط القروي الهندي، عارف على ان الهجره كتكون عندها بعض يعني المصادر القبليه. فكيف يمكن يتغلبوا على هذا المشكل؟ فكروا انهم يطوروا من دار الطالبات ودار الطلبه باش انهم يحتضنوهم، وبالتالي تكون تعويض على اما غياب الاباء اذا ما كانوش معهم، او لا في حاله الهجره تيكونوا معهم، بمعنى ان دار الطالب والطالبه كتمكن من خلق محيط كيمكن للطلبه انه على الاقل ما يخضعوش لهذا التاثير السلبي ديال الجو العائلي، الا كان الاب سكير خمير، ولا الا كانت الام يعني ما كتهتمش بالاطفال ديالها. فبالنسبه لها هذا هو الطريقه باش يرفعوا تجويد اولا التدريس والتعليم، ثم يرفعوا من مستوى التعليم في شكل عام.
I don't know how much time do I have, whether this is the last question or something. Yeah, please ask.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank you for this fruitful presentation concerning teaching at the right level. It is now implemented and used by the Ministry of Education, Moroccan Ministry, for the primary schools. Is it possible to use it for other levels, for middle school and high schools? In addition to that, can we use it for some languages like English? This is my first question. Second one, you talked about engaging parents and helping teachers, and I like the sentence you wrote that teachers are not the only responsibles because they don't have the magic stick. So what we have faced in Morocco that most parents in rural areas, they face social and financial problems. They should work. They had the idea that sending our students or our children to school to study, but they don't support and help teachers in that. Moreover, teaching at the right level, isn't it expensive? No? So I think it needs more materials. At one of the pictures of Africa, you said that they don't have materials and so on. So can we offer some special materials, or can we create them to, for example, foster the handmade, which is most important for students to be good and to learn? Because learning and teaching is a process that everyone should be part of it. واش ممكن بالنسبه للتارل واش ممكن نستعملوها الليفلز الاخرين، المستويات الاخرين، الاعدادي والليسي؟ هذه وحده. وثاني حاجه، واش نقدروا نستعملوها لبعض اللغات بالتحديد، مثلا الفرنسيه او الانجليزيه؟ بالنسبه للسؤال الثاني، هو الاباء خاصه الناس اللي كيشتغلوا في المناطق النائيه عارفين هذا المشكل ديال المشكل الاجتماعي والاقتصادي. اذا الاباء واخا كيصيفطوا اولادهم باش يقراو، عارفين باغينهم يقراو، ولكن كيلقاو اشكال ديال باش تعيط للاب ودير معاه كونتاكت وتجلس معاه، كيقول لك اودي انا راه خصني نخدم، الا ما خدمش مشى ليا النهار. اذا حنا كل شيء تيشوف الاستاذ هو اللي عنده العصا السحريه باش انه يدير يعلم دوك الاولاد ويقراو. اذا الا فشلوا الاولاد شكون هو السبب؟ هو الاستاذ. ثالث حاجه وقالت لي لا، هي واش تارل مكلفه؟ لان كاين بزاف الناس تيتشكاو تيقول لك راه خصها الادوات، خصها بزاف د الحوايج. هي قالت لا. ثاني حاجه هو واش نقدروا نديروا واحد الكرياسيون ديال مواد اولا ديال الحوايج اللي كنحتاجوا في تارل، واش نقدروا نديروهم كورشات يصنعوهم الدراري اولا نكريوهم ونخدموا بهم بلا ما نعاودوا نشريوهم؟ شكرا.
So I will give answer in quickly. Like what he was asking about whether we can use TAL in upper grade. So ministry has taken decision and they are doing some pilot to implement TAL approach. I will not say TAL for higher grade, that is of a grade 7, 8, 9. and that pilot is going on. How will it go? That is another thing. We have to wait for that. Teaching about the other languages, Pratham is doing work within Africa and out of Africa for more than 30 languages. Okay, we have created the program called L2F2, learning from familiar to formal, to teach them formal language with the help of local language. So this is what happening. And about the material cost effectiveness, what is minimum and essential material that we give? As you said that locally it is possible to create, that everything happened. But if the government has money, they can use that.